So I hope they have that in their wheelhouse and ready to bring it out.
Oh.
And the buffed Jace, it got 5 extra base damage and 5% AD on the Q, which doesn't sound like much, but when you amp that with the gate and the fact it already does crazy damage.
Kellen's Renata, a lot of power here for D+. We'll see whether DRX can get through it as we jump into the Rift for game number 2. Well, Kingen actually looking to pressure in.
Oh, if he doesn't know.
Okay, yeah, well, they're all up here. He is going to have to take Acceleration Gate early, but there is a cold flash. And Kingen is, I mean, he does have his flash available. Doesn't actually have to use it. That is kind of crazy. Might have to burn Teleport if he does want to get that health bar back.
But now Lucid could be in trouble.
Yeah, Sponge moving on over here as well. Lucid does manage to at least get his red buff. As Frog is coming over. This is some yakety sacks now. Kingen also going to be discovered by a tree.
This is the thing, is that even though Kingen lives and keeps his flash, he's so low that he can't really help out Lucid. And Lucid, not being aware of the lane swap and advanced, he's unfortunately on the side of the jungle you definitely don't want to be on, so now he has to take this long trek towards his bot side. Yeah,
he's just going to be waiting in this brush. Not sure about that one, as Yehu just moving underneath the turret here, dashing forward. There is, Yehu's going to go down. The flash out, and Showmaker stays alive! Oh, that is a big mistake on the DRX side. It looked like he was a sitting pigeon.
Your just auto attacks are so lackluster.
Yeah. Kellen moving on over here as Kingen getting underneath the turret. That is big. He just wants these minions. And now 3 members of DRX getting up here. There is the hammer back as Pleta is tanking this turret for a really long time. But he is going to survive. Teddy now in trouble. The ramp up of the turret damage is massive. And DRX is going to have to back away with nothing to show for it.
Good navigation there. Oh, but Kellen might be stepping up too far. Does see Pleta.
Yeah, shakes his hand. Going to make some money there as well, as you can see.
You've navigated, you've avoided the level 1 interactions, which are so unfavorable. Now you should be finding a way to...
Owie. Owie.
That's the flash.
Owie. Big owie. That's a cancelled auto. There's the flash.
Yeah, credit Showmaker, but also Yehu, you did not need to make this play. Goes for the kill, and you can see Q, double auto, gets the passive procs twice, and then he's just auto.
Yeah.
Auto. It's so slow if you don't get the kill.
What was that, is what he said.
감사합니다.
And he just said, thanks for saving my lane.
XP disadvantage.
Oh, okay, we're looking for the Emperor's Divide. There's the flash, and the Arctic Assault is beautiful. There's that mid-jungle synergy for D+. And that is going to be the 2nd kill for Showmaker.
And they're now committing top. Kellen once again moving top side to play this defensive cover angle.
Well, Kellen actually having a really good time as there's a flash out from Frog, or a flash in to where his turret is. And DRX trying to do what they can here, wanting to get this extra plate. They should be able to get at least that one.
A 3k gold deficit already feels rough. Arrow coming in. This is aiming for Yehu.
All right, he is going to stop the back. Aiming just saying, no, you're not going home. You're in fact going to stick around for this minion wave. I think Shock Blast could also be an answer to that as well. There is a lot of telegraphed arrival.
1,000 gold difference just in plates.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty. Lucid going to come in. That is going to be the Rift Herald secured by DRX, but the hostile takeover kind of massive. Some teleports coming in, some Hex Gates being taken, and that is Kellen just by himself. Glacial Prison going to connect. The arrow is pretty good there as well, but Frog finds the Gnar. Kingen to the skies, and that's going to be the Azir locking down some kills, and now Aiming is just mowing them down. Teddy trying to cleanse and trying to find some of the moves, but he'll find a double kill and then go down, and Aiming finds himself a 3-0-2.
Aiming Showmaker like, okay, let's hit this target together, then this one, and now this one.
Oh dear. Kellen and Kingen are actually just lane partners. That's just how it is, I guess. And they are now a gank squad, moving around and destroying everyone. Forwards and D+, and I think that it's relatively close as Kellen looking for Sponge here. There's definitely a lot of tape to take into account as well, and that is like one of them being that, okay, Arrow going to connect here as Showmaker finds the Emperor's Divide. The twisted advance is decent, but it doesn't really do enough. And now Frog is on the wrong side of this. Oh, actually, Nature's Grasp does end up killing Showmaker because he was underneath the turret, but Frog is also going to die. And so we're going to say that that one was probably worth for D+.
Strategy.
Oh, we've got a little bit more of a fight here. Showmaker is just going to kill a tree.
Yeah.
But now it's just arrows.
Has power always been there?
I mean, I assume so. I don't think we've changed the map all that much. Is Handshake going to come on through? There's a Glacial Prison after the setup. Gorgeously done. Unbreakable Will is going to look to try and mitigate it, as Showmaker does take a little bit of damage here. Hasn't actually elected to go for the Tankazir. He has just gone for the fleet footwork. I think not feeling like he was all that comfortable. Narbar position, pretty good for... It's just gone.
Yeah, you know, Sponge is like, oh, the Hex Gates were running late, you know.
Yeah.
Couldn't get there in time. Sorry, boss.
Well, Lucid just boosting his way in. Nature's Grass does come down, but there's the hostile takeover. That gets rid of the tree, and Lucid still dashing forward. He's going to be gnawed back. There is the bailout, but it's just not going to happen in time. 1-for-1 trade in the end, as D+ just pushed them out of their mid lane. Yeah, the Conquering Sands just flies in. Shock Blast as well. I don't know whether that's... I mean, he's only a 1-1 and 2, Jace. Hasn't really been a game changer this time around.
He didn't do a crazy amount of damage.
But the poke is definitely still there. And sets up the acceleration gate. Yeah. Okay, Jace is still Jace, as it turns out.
Did they need to buff the Shock Blast damage?
Don't think so. I think Keen already showed us that you don't. I don't think so. And Glacial Prison going to connect onto Sponge. He's going to throw out his ulti as well. There's a little bit more. That's okay. He's like, oh, don't worry, guys, I'll backdoor.
Guys, I have a place to be.
Arrow going to connect there. Oh, God! The entire kitchen sink!
Happy birthday!
The tree. What? They are arborists. That was a lot of tree removal.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, okay, they didn't quite need everything there, but that was the message was received. They get an ult out of Pleta here as well. He's going to flash for the Pulverize, looks for an option. Hostile takeover means that nothing's going to come of it. Aiming will secure that one. Shock Blast comes in. Showmaker wanting to get more done. But they are going to have to settle with just winning the game, I think. And Showmaker is just going to push them all the way to the back of the fountain. Frog turned back up again, but he still doesn't like the state of what's going on here, and still Aiming is just going to grab that kill. Flashes in. There's a whole lot going on, but I think the Nexus is still going to fall down. The Renata is going to die as well. That is another stray Shock Blast picking up a kill. And Lucid just Arctic Assaulting around, and there's a sad B in the fountain to represent DRX's feelings for the series. 2-0 here for D+. That's a lot of damage from Showmaker, and that's not a lot of damage from Frog.
No.